Yes. What do you know about the swimming? You're one of the interests is swimming. What do you know about that?
Sir, when I came to Jhansi in class 10th, I used to go to the nearest swimming pool maintained by the army, and I used to learn various skills like freestyle, like diving, or maybe a little bit of butterfly strokes as well, sir. So largely, I kept it as a casual sport and participated in a few informal competitions, sir. And that is also,
Okay, okay. At which level have you played the cricket?
sir, inter-school tournament level, sir.
Okay. So one of your interests is also meditation. So
Yes,
what do you do in meditation?
sir, during the COVID lockdown, since we were locked in our homes, I found meditation to be a great relaxing exercise, sir. The primary goal of me for getting into meditation was to have a clear mind, to have a calm mind, so that we can take better decisions and be, in general, a little stress-free during our day-to-day activities, sir. That was my main objective.
Okay, okay. What is happening in Myanmar? How army junta is playing its role in Myanmar?
So, with regard to current events, I'm not
Yeah,
aware
current
of the
events.
news.
Yes.
Sir, I'm not aware about the
But
current news. I'll have to read
there have
more.
been large number of refugees besides the Rohingyas from Myanmar which have come to Mizoram. From which part of the international boundary between Myanmar and India, that is Mizoram, they have come?
Sir, I'll have to read more about this.
Okay, okay. Uh, okay. Which part of the Manipur is bordering with the Myanmar?
Sir, in terms of direction, it is the
In
eastern part.
terms of the geography?
Sir, the hilly regions comprise the border with the Myanmar, sir.
Okay, okay. So the Rohingyas who got uprooted from Myanmar, they were settled by Bangladesh. In which part of the Bangladesh they were settled?
So, sorry, sir, I'll have to read more about this.
Okay, okay. There is one island you must have read in last year also. They were gathered there. Earlier they were in Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh. Then they were taken to one of the island which was almost 3 4 feet of water, and they are still living there. What is the name of that island?
Sir, I'll have to read more about that, sir.
So what is this problem of Rohingya? Can you narrate?
Sir, a few years back, there were large-scale violence in the Myanmar region where there was a coup, and sir, the Buddhist majority they were persecuting the Rohingya minorities, and they fled from the Rakhine state, and they are refugees in countries like India and the bordering areas of India with Myanmar.
Okay. We had 50 years of friendship with the Bangladesh. Recently, we celebrated 50 years of friendship with Bangladesh. So, what are the bilateral agreements which we have entered with the Bangladesh?
Sir, the bilateral agreements that we have entered with Bangladesh largely cater to the boundary disputes. And sir, regarding connectivity projects, regarding hydroelectric projects, sir, we export electricity to them, sir. Uh, Apart from that, sir, as far as bilateral agreements go, we have also given them line of credit for defense manufacturing, sir. And sir, these are the agreements that I broadly can recall this time, sir.
Whenever there are elections in Bangladesh, they are important to us. Why the elections of Bangladesh are important to us?
Sir, since Bangladesh has the longest boundary with India and also has a sensitive population, elections there automatically become important for us regarding the government's foreign policy that would be in Bangladesh. So the current government, that is Sheikh Hasina's government, has friendly relations with Indian PM, and we have cooperation on multiple levels. But there are some radical elements or the extremist elements in their political party, which can cause concern for India, sir. So that is why elections are important for us as well.
Who was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman?
Sorry, sir, I could not hear.
Who was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman?
Sir, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman has been a very prominent political figure in Bangladesh and is known as the father of their nation, just like Mahatma Gandhi is for us. He took an active part in the 1971 war and was elected, but that was not validated by West Pakistan. After the liberation of Bangladesh, he was also the first PM. Sheikh Hasina, which is the current PM, is the daughter of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, sir.
Okay. Why Bhutan is known as the country of gross happiness?
Sir, Bhutan has come up with this idea. The king came up with this idea of gross national happiness against gross national product that is widely followed across the world. Bhutan as a country, sir, it lays more emphasis on the standards of living, on nature, sir, and less on GDP, etc. Sir, it has been a very friendly country for us, and so much so that even a lot of their military personnel are trained in India. So we have good relations with Bhutan. Bhutan is a friendly country for us, sir. That is all I can relate to this, sir.
How India is helping in the development of Bhutan?
Sir, I do not have specific information on this.
Okay. There was Doklam issue, which was a tri-junction point between India, Bhutan, and China. So China wants to settle the Doklam issue with the Bhutan, but they are not interested with India. So recently, India had objection to this point also. What was the whole issue?
Sir, I'll have to read more about this issue, sir.
Okay. How the king of Bhutan is imparting education to the students of the country.
Sir, I'll have to read more about this, sir.
Okay. Do you think that the prohibition policy which came into effect in Bihar after the selection of Nitish Kumar as chief minister is successful in the state of Bihar?
Sir, population, which policy, sir?
Prohibition policy.
Sir, the liquor prohibition policy. Sir, the liquor prohibition policy of the government, it was well intentioned. The major objective being the safety of women, protecting them from domestic violence, saving people money so that they spend it on more productive assets. Having said that, sir, as of now, there are scopes of improvement as far as its effective implementation on ground is concerned. There have been cases of smuggling of alcohol from the nearby states or from Nepal as well, sir. And the cases of collusion of the local administration with the people, with the smugglers. Sir, having said this, sir, I think we should, in order to realize the objectives, we should focus on implementing it better using technology, modern technology, using more transparency.
Okay. You are selected as an officer in the CRPF, assistant commandant, putting up in the Bastar region. Where is Bastar region?
The Bastar region is, I think, sir, Chhattisgarh, sir.
Chhattisgarh. Okay. One fine evening, almost 100 of the Naxalites surround your post and they start firing upon you on your post and post personnel. What measures will you take to counter their attack?
Sir, since we have been surrounded by the Naxalites from all directions, first we will get down so that the probability of bullets hitting us is the least, or get into our trenches. So then I will divide all the men that I have into teams, and and instruct them accordingly to fire at different locations, fire at one location, so that from one point we are able to create an escape route, and so from that, from using that route, we can eventually break their cordon and escape.
Okay. So when you were retaliating to the fire of Naxalites, two of your soldiers succumbed to the injuries. What you will do?
Sir, since they have succumbed to the injuries, I will ask two of my men to take their body along with us as well. And sir, we will keep on going using the same plan. And sir, we will break the cordon and go, go and break the cordon, sir.
Okay. Your focus should be on tackling the Naxalites, because if they have succumbed, we can't do much about them now.
Sir,
We should keep on tackling the Naxalites only, because our main focus is they should not enter into the campus you are having, and they should not loot your weapons or kill the soldiers. Those who have left us, it is a matter of sorry state of affairs, but our focus should be on fighting with them. Okay. Would you like to inform your commanding officer that you are getting fire from three directions and you are surrounded by Naxalite, so he can send reinforcements?
yes, sir, definitely, sir. In the beginning, we'll ask for reinforcement as quickly as possible. But sir, having asked that, since we cannot depend, we do not exactly know how much time will they take, or maybe the Naxalites have blocked their way. We will also start creating our own way and break the and escape through the first one direction.
It is always better to inform your officer, because there may be some other companies in your vicinity, maybe at 5 kilometers, maybe at 7 kilometers. Troops can be rushed from that place to your site, to your campus, and they'll be a good help to dislodge them or to kill them.
Sir,
As soon as you get the fire, you must share the information with your commanding officer,
sir,
because now you are inside the campus and you are getting fire from the outside. How the outside troop, how the outside Naxalites can be tackled? Only once you go out or somebody else from the outside tackles them.
yes,
Okay. After this incident, are you getting me?
yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
After this incident, say after 1 hour of firing, everything was over. The Naxalites ran away. Now what you will do?
Sir, firstly, I will inform the family members of the two soldiers that gave up their lives, sir. After that, sir, with my senior, I will share all the information that I have regarding what kind of fire was that, what possible information can be deduced from the kind of firing we were having, and sir, how we can exactly trace them. And so we will form a counter strategy and try to eliminate as many Naxalites as we can, sir. From then only, sir.
No, no, देखो. Now this is the time that you should carry out the search operation. Once they are away, once they have left your places, then it is the time to carry out the search operation of the surrounding areas. Why there should be search operation?
Sir, it could be possible that some
You
of
might have
the
killed, your bullets might have hit them. They might have been injured, or they might have been dead. There may be some weapons which you will recover, which will boost your morale also. The first
yes,
and foremost is to carry out the search operation.
yes, sir.
In search operation, you get two militants or two Naxalites, their dead bodies, their weapons. That will be a big morale boosting to you.
Yes,
And then you should call the meeting with the villager heads, all the villagers who are surrounded there. Say there are 10 villages in the surrounding areas. You should call their meeting. Why the meeting should be called?
Sir, it is quite possible, sir, since the Naxalites they belong to the local area and only, it is possible that the villagers might know and give us some possible human intelligence regarding who the Naxalites are, where they came, what were their intentions, where they could have gone, and sir, they can help us in tracing them and eliminating them eventually.
Because they are your source of intelligence and you have got sympathies with them. You may be organizing civic action camps. You may be going and helping them in many ways for the last 1 year where you are deployed. So you can always give them a pep talk and say, look, these Naxalites have come and there must have been large number of movements from your village side. And had you informed us, this incident would not have happened.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, we must seek the cooperation of the villagers who are, or the village headmen who are surrounding your areas. Would you like to call police also for this search operation?
Sir, depending on the need, sir, I think calling the police could be beneficial for us, sir,
They should
since they
always be
also
called.
have the.
Police should always be called. They should be part and parcel. Supposing some of the villagers give you the information that, sir, now they are hiding at that place. They have ran from this place, but now they are at a distance of 7 kilometers in jungles. So then you can plan subsequent operations.
Yes,
So that is how we approach the things. And now the you can trust this part of informing about the casualties of the soldier to your inspector or to your sub inspector. That is not your duty because they can keep talking. Your main focus should be on the operations.
yes, sir, understood.
Okay. What are the other challenging problems before the state of Bihar?
So the state of Bihar unfortunately has a lot of challenges and a lot of resources as well, sir. The primary challenges in the current times include the bad state of education, the state of employment, and sir, the migration problem, sir. In terms of health, sir, we have a lot of population burden. We do not have good healthcare and infrastructure, sir. So these are the most pressing problems right now, sir.
How can migration problem be tackled?
Sir, in order to tackle the problem of migration, we have to look at the root cause of migration. So most of the people who migrate out of Bihar do this unwillingly because ample of employment opportunities and education opportunities are not present in Bihar and they are present at somewhere else. So in order to tackle this problem of migration, we need to first upskill them. We need to focus on creating job opportunities by creating industries and by focusing on startups, etc. And sir, providing them with adequate opportunities. Sir, these should be the way forward, sir, in order to stop migration.
Okay. Now Nitish Kumar is also calling the shots that we should carry out the caste-based census. Even some opposition parties have also joined. So, what do you say about it? Whether it should be carried out or not?
Sir, caste-based census has both advantages and disadvantages for the state of Bihar. Sir, in terms of advantages, we all know the ground reality that in Bihar we have divisions along caste lines, and consequently there are socio-economic differences between different castes. If if we are able to get proper data on the socio-economic parameters of different castes, we can target them via schemes more effectively. But sir, since it is a double-edged sword, since the same data can be misused by political parties to deepen the fault lines between the society cells. Sir, the caste census data is a tool. If it is used positively, it will benefit. If it is not used properly, it might increase the caste tensions in the state of Bihar.
Okay.
Am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, audible, clear. I have heard you. Now we'll stop the interview here and we'll discuss.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time.